Welcome to a deep dive. Today, we're getting right into something pretty fundamental for anyone working from home these days, the desk.
Absolutely. It's like the command center, isn't it?
Mhm.
But yeah, for a lot of us, it's squeezed into spaces that weren't originally offices. So getting it right is, well, key.
Totally. And we've got this really interesting source here, a guide looking at the best home office desks for 2025. It covers quite a range, ergonomic, small spaces, the works.
Yeah. And our goal here really is to pull out the core takeaways from this guide for you. We'll look at the different kinds of desks, what you should actually consider, and hopefully help you figure out what makes sense for, your situation.
And it's not just a handful of people anymore. This guide really brings home how massive this shift to remote work is. Get this. Something like 36 million Americans are working from home now, at least some of the time.
Wow.
That's over 22% of the workforce in 2025, which is a huge jump from maybe 8% back in 2019. So your home workspace, it's not really temporary anymore. It needs to function properly.
Exactly. And your desk isn't just, a slab of wood for your laptop. It genuinely affects your focus, your physical health, basically your whole workday experience. It has
Mm.
to work with your space, your job, and importantly, your body.
Okay, so where do you even begin? The guide seems to push hard on supporting your body first, especially if you're parked there for hours. That's where ergonomics comes in, right?
Right. Ergonomics is basically about designing your setup to fit you,
Mm.
not making you fit the setup. It's all about comfort and efficiency. And the payoff, the benefits, they're pretty clear when you look at the research cited.
Like the sit-stand desks they mention. The source points to studies suggesting they can slash back pain by, what was it, 54%?
Yeah, a huge number.
Yeah.
And they also found people cut down their sitting time by about 66 minutes a day. That's not just like a minor preference thing. That's a real health impact.
Hmm.
And the why behind it is interesting too. Just changing positions, standing up, sitting down. It boosts circulation, keeps different muscles working, and stops that constant pressure that leads to stiffness and eventually pain.
Hmm.
It's like active working versus just sitting passively.
But okay, maybe not everyone wants or needs a full sit-stand desk. Even then, the basic setup is still super important. The guide really drills down on getting the desk height right.
Yeah, for most folks, that sweet spot is somewhere between 28 and 30 inches high. That lets your elbows sit comfortably at about a 90-degree angle when you're typing.
And that ties into where your monitor is too, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Top of the screen roughly at eye level, feet flat on the floor, wrists kept straight. These simple things, along with that correct desk height, they add up. They make a massive difference in preventing strain over the long haul. It's all about alignment.
Okay, but let's talk reality for a sec. What if you don't have a dedicated home office? What about small apartments or rooms doing double duty?
Space. Yeah, that's a huge constraint for many. The guide actually highlights some really clever solutions for tight spots. You've got wall-mounted desks that fold up and disappear.
Oh, I like those.
Yeah, or narrow console desks, corner desks, using that awkward space. And ladder desks are pretty smart too, using vertical space for shelves above the work surface.
It's a good point they make too, that it's not just the desk in a small space, it's thinking vertically for storage, maybe using lighter colors, mirrors even, to make the area feel bigger. Small adjustments can really open things up.
And looking beyond just size, the desk needs to suit how you actually work and, your personal style. The guide covers a lot here.
Yeah.
Desks loaded with drawers and storage seem really popular, apparently making up over a third of online desk sales now. Makes sense for roles needing lots of bits and pieces.
Right, or specialized desks, like for gaming with all the cable management or drafting tables for creative stuff.
Exactly. And then there's style. Industrial looks, sleek glass, warm wood, a ton of options. One thing that jumped out from the source was the rise of bamboo desks.
Oh,
Sales apparently grew 38% in 2025. That's likely not just about the look. It probably reflects people wanting more sustainable materials too.
that makes sense. And shape matters too, right? L-shaped for corners, giving you that extra surface area.
Yeah, great for multiple monitors or just spreading out. U-shaped desks offer the most space,
Yeah.
but you obviously need a larger room for those.
And importantly, the guide confirms you don't necessarily need to break the bank. You can find decent, solid, functional desks for under $200 if you know what features are most important to you.
Definitely. And don't forget the accessories the source mentions, things like monitor stands to get that height right, cable organizers to tame the mess, maybe a desk mat. They kind of complete the setup, make it truly workable and comfortable.
Okay, so let's sort of wrap this deep dive up. Finding the right desk, it really seems to be this balancing act between your available space, how you work, your physical health, the whole ergonomic piece, and of course your budget.
Exactly. We've seen the whole spectrum, haven't we? From those ergonomic sit-stand options, which are proven to help with pain and reduce sitting, to
Right.
really smart space-saving designs like wall-mounted or ladder desks, and then options focused purely on storage or specific tasks.
And those fundamental ergonomic principles, getting the height right, positioning your screen correctly, those seem like the non-negotiables for anyone spending significant time at their desk.
Which leaves us with maybe a final thought to chew on. How does the actual physical design of your workspace, starting with this core piece, your desk, do more than just support your body and tasks? How might it subtly shape your mental state, your focus, even your creativity day to day? What's maybe one small tweak you could make that might have a bigger impact than you think?